Hi, I'm Steggy from Elgato, and this is Elgato Embrace. Embrace is a premium studio chair that will help support you while you're creating content for hours on end. In this video, I want to talk about why we made Embrace, what makes Embrace so great, and who Embrace is for. Now, we've added chapter markers to this video to help you easily navigate to the information you want to go over, so I invite you to check this out in case there are any sections you want to skip ahead to. First, I want to talk about why we decided to make a chair in the first place, because you may look at Embrace and wonder how it differs from the other chairs on the market. Because unlike what you might jokingly expect us to do, we didn't make a chair with Stream Deck integration, Wi-Fi connectivity, RGB lights, or an ejecto seat button. We made a chair that you sit in. So if the product is that simple, then why did we decide to make it? Well, the story of chairs used for content creation goes back about 20 years. While creators used to use whatever chairs they had available to them, whether it was a basic task chair from Staples or IKEA, in the mid-2000s, gaming chairs came onto the scene, which stemmed from placing racing seats on wheels. These chairs came in at a premium price point and were extremely popular and are still sold to this day by a multitude of brands. However, the issue with these chairs is they lack adjustability. You can essentially adjust its height, armrest height, and then you have a recliner on the back, and that's it. And when you're sitting on a chair for hours on end, the lack of adjustability can cause issues with comfort. So over the years, as creators had moved into content creation full-time, many of them started looking at higher-end office chairs that offered more manual adjustments and comfort, because these office chairs were designed for 9-to-5 workers who'd be sitting on these for hours, much like a content creator needs to. And in recent years, gaming brands have caught onto the trend of office chairs and have either started offering their own, or some even collaborating with higher-end office chair brands to offer more comfortable chairs to creators. So, happy ending, right? Well, the problem is these office chairs can easily cost $1,000 to $2,000, and so the price point is inaccessible to a lot of people who would benefit from these chairs. And the gaming companies who have made their own offerings have not been much cheaper, basically just hovering around the $1,000 mark. And this is where we really felt like we could come in with some value here. Our goal with Embrace was to offer a chair with the comfort, features, and manual adjustability of a high-end office chair, but at a much more accessible price point. So let's cover what makes Embrace so great. Before getting into the chair itself, let's start with the unboxing and setup experience of Embrace. Because this is another gap in chairs where some of the more expensive chairs come fully assembled, while cheaper gaming chairs can require laborious setup. Now, when developing Embrace, we looked into shipping fully assembled chairs, but we found it would result in much higher costs, which would essentially double its price. So we went back to the drawing board. If we couldn't ship assembled chairs, we wanted to make the setup process as simple and painless as possible. Embrace can be put together in under 5 minutes and uses just a single tool. You simply pop the wheels onto the wheelbase, the seat post onto the wheelbase, the seat onto the seat post, and then you have 4 screws. 2 to secure the back onto the seat, and then 2 to secure the headrest onto the back. And as you unbox Embrace, you'll notice there's 0 plastic in the packaging. And the packaging is 100% recyclable, which is a part of our commitment to sustainability. But in my opinion, this also makes the unboxing experience better, because where I'm from, our recycling bins are much larger than our garbage bins. And so it sucks when you buy a product that has a ton of thick foam that ends up taking half your garbage bin space. But with Embrace's packaging, it's cardboard, which can be broken down easier, as well as recyclable cloth bags that won't fill up your bins. Now that the chair is assembled, let's talk about one of the most important parts of the chair, the ergonomics. This is what separates the $100 chairs from the $1,000 chairs. The ergonomic controls on a chair are what let you custom fit it to your particular body. So let's go over the ergonomics you get with Embrace. The most basic ergonomic control is the height adjustment, so you can adjust your chair's height so that your feet rest flat on the ground and your knees bend at a 90-degree angle. Next are the arms. Now, Embrace has 4D arms, which means you can adjust their height, their width, pivot them in and out, and adjust them backwards and forwards. This gives you the ultimate control so you can rest your arms comfortably. Next is seat depth. This allows you to control how deep the seat is, so this, in combination with the seat height adjustment, lets you accommodate different leg lengths, both above and below the knee. With seat depth, you want to leave about 2 to 4 inches of space between your seat and the back of your knee for ideal sitting. Next is the lumbar support, which offers support for your lower back. Embrace not only has an up and down adjustability with the lumbar, but it also has a tightening knob which allows you to control the pressure of the lumbar support on your back. Then we have the headrest, which supports your head and neck. And this headrest has a lot of adjustability, which is nice. You can adjust its height and the pitch of the headrest itself to adjust its pressure so you can set it to what you find most comfortable. And then lastly, we have a set of two ergonomic controls that go together, and that is your reclining tension and your adjustable backstop. So with a lot of chairs, you might either have a locked position and a full recline position, but with Embrace, you have 5 steps to how far back you can recline. So basically, when you push against the back of your chair, there's give until you reach that backstop. And then the tilt tension knob is used to dictate how much force you need to push against the back of the chair to create that recline. Now, this is a very finely adjustable ergonomic control here, so if you want big differences, you'll need to turn the knob quite a few times. But this also lets you dial in the perfect amount of resistance that you feel. And after you set it up once, you won't have to again. So Embrace has a ton of adjustability compared to chairs in its price range. With gaming chairs, you generally have a lever that sets different fixed recline angles, kind of like a lazy boy, but the back doesn't come back up. So the recline function on those chairs is only really useful if you're looking to take a nap. And with other chairs that have a push to recline type of function, they usually have a no recline and a recline setting. But without a tilt tension control, when you're in the reclining setting, sometimes it can feel like you're about to fall off your chair. So with the combination of the tilt tension and adjustable backstop, you have full control over your comfort with Embrace. Now, I've fallen in love with these types of controls when I first came across them in one of my office chairs that cost over $1,000. So to have this in a chair that's a fraction of that price is really something. But that's basically the big takeaway in general with Embrace. It has features you might not even know exist if you're just looking at chairs under the $500 range, because they're usually left reserved for chairs that are in the $1,000 plus range. Next, let's talk about Embrace's design. Now, Embrace has been designed to be a subtle chair so it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb in your setup. Gaming chairs tend to have a bit of a unique look to them that sometimes sticks out in a house setting. With Embrace, we wanted it to look modern and subtle so that no family member or significant other would have a problem with it cramping up the style of your house. Right now, we have one color available for Embrace, but as time goes on, we're definitely looking to explore other colorways to match more types of setups, so stay tuned for that. In addition to the ergonomic controls leading to the most comfortable sitting experience, we also wanted the general material construction to support this too, so everything was thoughtfully planned out. Embrace has a mesh back, which we love because it allows air to pass through to help keep you cool for long sitting sessions. However, in our testing, we found that a mesh in a seat didn't quite have the support that a padded fabric seat had, and so in the interest of a comfortable long sitting session, we brought the best of both worlds. A mesh back to help keep things cool, and then a padded fabric bottom to help support your sitting. Last but not least is the price. As I said earlier, chairs with this amount of manual adjustability and comfort are generally $1,000 and up. But Elgato Embrace is just $500 USD, which to be clear is by no means a trivial cost. But considering the additional comfort it provides over gaming chairs, which are only $100 to $200 less in it, and considering the years of use you get out of a single chair, we think that offering this quality and customizability at this price point will be quite a shakeup in the chair market. So it's a pretty simple philosophy we had with Embrace. We love the comfort and control that high-end office chairs offer and wanted to make them available at a more accessible price point. Our goal in product development is to democratize the tools needed for content creation, so creators of all levels can enjoy a premium user experience, creating professional level content without breaking the bank. And we think Embrace does just that. Check out Embrace at elgato.com. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. And don't forget to hit that like button and get subscribed to our Elgato YouTube channel so you can catch our latest videos and tutorials to learn how to unlock the full power of your Elgato products. Once again, I'm Steggy from Elgato, and until our next video, good luck and have fun. Hi, I'm Steggy from Elgato, and this is Elgato Embrace.